Hi, everybody. My name is Frank Allan, and welcome once again. We're here together on another Thursday. We're coming to you live from New York City. The name of the show is called Talk Back Live, and I'm with you until the next hour. We're here for a whole hour. Every week, we're here for a whole hour, from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, you and I are going to be together for that next hour, and all you have to do is engage yourself. Let me entertain you. Come on in and conversate with us, because that's what we're all about. We come in here and we have so many things to talk about over this whole week. A lot of things to talk about. So we want you to jump in with it anytime you want. Even if you're out there idle, you're just sitting there idle, you don't want to say anything, that's okay. But as long as you're out there, that's what we're going to talk about. As you already said, or as I already said, every Thursday we're here, and coming up this hour, we've got things planned for you. As a matter of fact, within this half hour, we're going to get a call from Brian Kemp. Brian Kemp is my sports guy, and he's coming to you with the latest developments in today's world of sports. And the name of his part of the show is called Sports Update, and he'll be here for that. And later on, also in the program, we're going to bring you my picks of the week for the weekend. Movies, those classic movies that you love from Turner Classic Movies. We have those picks for you. That's coming. And we're also going to be talking about what's happening in this day in history. So we have all of that, plus you and I in conversation, and all of that together. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I hope so. We weren't here last week, as you already know. If you were looking for us and you didn't find us, well, you were right. We weren't here. And that's because of the holiday. And we took the day off, that night off, so everyone could enjoy. And we hope that you enjoyed as well. A lot of you took trips. A lot of you stayed home. And however you enjoyed it, we hope that you did enjoy it. And, of course, those airports. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of people were traveling. Those airports were crowded. They were crowded here in New York. All of the airports here in New York were crowded. I'm pretty sure where you are, they were crowded, either coming in or going out. Maybe you didn't want to go out. Maybe you had family and friends coming in, flying in for that whole weekend. Nevertheless, it was all crowded. But we hope that you did enjoy your holiday weekend and you enjoyed it with your loved ones, family, and friends. And we hope that you didn't eat too much. And if you did, you want to burn off some of those calories to get back to normal, because the holidays the holidays are the days where everybody eat a lot, and everyone celebrates Thanksgiving and all of these other major holidays differently. Sometimes they celebrate it in a way where it doesn't, it's commercialized. Frankly, I believe a lot of these things are commercialized, but listen, they're here and it's here for us to enjoy, and we hope that you did enjoy it. And you had stuffed turkey and ham and all of that stuff. Oh boy, I couldn't think about it. But I didn't go away this time around. I wanted to make sure that I stayed put. I stayed put and enjoyed my holiday weekend right here in New York. It's not a bad place to be. Some people don't want to travel. Some people don't want to jump on the planes for a lot of reasons. And we'll tell you about the major reasons why a lot of people don't jump on the plane. We'll tell you about that in a minute. But we hope that you did enjoy, and I hope you had a great Black Friday too, the day after, right? Black Friday. Now, Black Friday is those days after the Thanksgiving holiday, right? That Thursday. Black Friday is the day where all of the sales are there. People are going to get all kinds of good stuff, and maybe do some Christmas shopping, because Christmas is right around the corner too. And so Black Friday, I'm pretty sure a lot of people woke up real early and got there before the stores open, because all of those sales that were there, and people sometimes they battle over those items. And we hope that didn't happen to you. Sometimes it gets a little crazy out there. But we hope that you found what you want, because basically the prices are going to go up. You already know that, right? Prices are going to go up, and people are looking for great prices, and Friday was a good day to do it. Now, I would imagine even now it's a good time to do your Christmas shopping. I think even now it's time to do your Christmas shopping. But I would say after Christmas, all of the prices are going to go sky high. And that particular thing that you wanted, hope that you find it, because later on, you're going to have to pay through the nose for it. So everything is going to go up, from gasoline to biscuits. Everything is going up. And they predict that this inflation is going to last for the next couple of years until we get back to normal. Now, there's a reason why this inflation goes up because of the virus that came in, and we didn't enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday last year. So this is everybody's first Thanksgiving holiday who celebrated, um, because last year it was a mess. So nobody did. There was no Christmas. There was no Thanksgiving. I mean, it was there, but didn't celebrate it the way you normally would celebrate. But everybody celebrated this year. So we hope that you did have a good one. Now Christmas is around the corner. There's another major one. Christmas is coming, and that's in a couple of a few weeks, maybe about 3 weeks from now. Right? That's coming up at the end of the month, and people are looking for bargains again. For Christmas, you want to buy your loved one a Christmas present. That's coming up. And, people are buying Christmas trees. I mean, they got a whole, you go to every corner in New York, you see they're selling Christmas trees all over the place. So everybody is looking forward to Christmas. And then that's going to take us into the new year, right? Take us into the new year. And of course, that's going to be like the end of all of them. But these major holidays they get congested, and people are still going to be flying. You're going to be flying around when Christmas comes around, right? You're going to go visit your family, or maybe if you visit your family this time around, maybe it's their turn to come visit you. Everybody's going to be flying in. And airline tickets are getting cheap at this particular point. They're cheaper at this particular point. I don't know, maybe, cheaper than normal. I mean, you pay through the nose on these major holidays, but I think it's a little cheaper than you would normally pay because they try to get rid of these empty seats, these seats that haven't been filled. They try to fulfill those seats, and I'm pretty sure they're doing a good job at it. But anyway, you can look forward to all of that. All of those holidays, they're coming around. And then after the New Year holiday, then we can look forward. We look straight ahead. I like to call it the light at the end of the tunnel. We bypassed all of the hustle and bustle of the major holidays. And then we look forward to summer again. I'm looking forward to summer. I know we didn't get cold weather. We didn't get any cold weather yet here in New York. In certain parts of the country, I'm pretty sure they had an abundance amount of snow. All right, which, if it comes this way, I'm certainly not looking forward to that. But it's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I like to refer it to. So all of that is taking place. And when we get by, we had the Thanksgiving holiday parade, right? That parade went on. It went on as usual. And guess what? Here in New York, and I'm pretty sure wherever you are too, the festivities of the New Year, people bring the New Year in. Now, of course, there's a tradition here in New York where we have the ball drops, and people want to be out for that. Now, that didn't happen last year. Very few people were out there for that last year. But it's going to be crowded this year because now it's the time where it's a little more freedom. We have a little more freedom now to do it, and it's going to go on as scheduled. And so if you're going to go there, keep in mind that they are going to check a couple of things for you. You're going to make sure that you were fully vaccinated. And they're going to check either you being vaccinated or you have to have proof of that you have taken a COVID test. I'm telling you, they're going to look forward to that. They're going to look at that. And so I don't want any of you guys, saying, oh my God, something, do I have to do this? I don't want to do. We had a lot of battles with people when they ask you for a proof of your vaccination or proof of your testing or something like that, and they made a big thing out of it. But I'm telling you, so you'll know. So when you go there, be prepared because they're going to ask you for that. And if you can't provide that information, then you're not going to get in because they want to make it a safe and healthy New Year. And we want to do that for everybody as New Year's come in. They want to come in and drop the ball. And people from all over are going to be coming in. I mean, you got people flying in from all over just to see this spectacle. And it's going to be more so now because, as I said, this is the first time in 2 years. This is going to be the first New Year's celebration in Times Square since 2 years ago. And so everybody's going to be out there in full force. And we hope you do have fun. But please, whatever you do, do it in in a safe manner, do it in a healthy manner, wear your mask, take your sanitizer with you, keep it in your pocket, whenever you need it. And I don't know how you can keep 6 feet distance in this big crowd that they're going to have New Year's. I'm not sure how possible that is, but you do want to wear your mask anyway. So all of that is coming up. All of that is coming up, and I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to it. I want to say hello to all of you guys who are watching us. We're coming out of 3 places, We're coming out of Facebook. They're watching us on Facebook, so hello to you on Facebook. Hello to you on YouTube. They're watching us there too. And, of course, they're watching us on Instagram as well. So if you don't find us in one area, you can find us in another place. Yeah, so that's YouTube, that's Facebook, and, of course, Instagram. And those of you who are watching us on Facebook, please be in mind that you could bring people in right now as we speak. All you have to do with all of the friends that you have, all you have to do is tag them, tag this show to them, bring them in and let them watch it. And those of you who are watching us on YouTube, please do this. Follow us by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Do that. And because when you do that, what happens is that every time we come on the air live or we post some kind of video, you will be notified. You'll never miss a show. And those of you who are watching us on Instagram, just follow us and you'll never miss us. So we want to say hi to all of you guys. Thank you so much for being along with us. And it's a pleasure to have all of you guys around. Like I said, we weren't here last week, so we're getting in the groove of things, and we'll see what happens. It's 12 minutes past the hour, and just a few minutes, Brian Camp will be along with the latest developments in today's world of sports. That's in about another couple of minutes from now, and he'll be along with us, and we'll have that. And as you already know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a new variant in town. You know that, right? Did you hear about it? It's called the Omicron, the Omicron. Now let me pronounce that right. That's the Omicron variant. All right, this is a new variant. And here in New York, let me tell you a story. Here in New York, we've got 3 cases. It hit the United States already, and we've got 3 cases so far. 3 cases. All right. The first one was in California, I think out in San Francisco, California, right? That person they were visiting South Africa. They flew out of South Africa back to California, and then they tested positive for that. But the good news is that it was mild. It was their mild symptoms. And this person from California was fully vaccinated. However, they did not have the booster shot. So I'm kind of hopeful, that they're doing well now. They're recovering. They're doing very well right now. And I'm kind of hopeful that that this vaccine is working, even for this Omicron. Now, we had another one in Minnesota. Minnesota, and this person did not travel. But contracted the disease. All right, but they're doing very well right now. They're recovering. All right, they're recovering very well, and they came out of. I think the one in Minnesota came out of. Flew from New York or something to, or maybe it was the one in Colorado. That's the latest one, the Colorado one. Also, I think flew in from wherever they came from, Colorado, from wherever they came into New York, or they came into New York for a convention at the Javits Center, and when they got back, then that's when they contracted. So it's here. It's here, and it moves so quickly. I mean, I didn't believe it, because when I first heard about it, I said, well, I'll report this one, but I didn't have any idea there were going to be more, and for all I know, there may be more on the way. So that means that I'm urging you, ladies and gentlemen, get vaccinated. Whatever you do, get vaccinated, because it's very important. And you know, it's this is a the Omicron, right, is something that the president says is something to be concerned about, but not to panic. So we're going to work with it. We're all going to work with it. And again, all of you get vaccinated. Now, all Americans get vaccinated. All American, no matter what age you are, everyone, even children from 5 years old to 17, they're vaccinated, they get vaccinated. So if you're there and if you qualify, please get your booster shot. That's very important. Vaccinations, booster shots. If you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, please work on that. Please. You know, this is something that we push here on the show. This is not a demand. And this is something that we don't say it's mandatory for you to do. It's just a good advice, and we're looking out. That's all we're doing. We're just looking out. And a lot of people will say, well, you know something, you talk too much about it. You know, you shouldn't. I am sorry, but that's something that I have to do because I really believe in it. I believed in it. And I do it. And if I do it, you know, if I'm not going to tell you to do it if I don't do it. So I'm already boosted and everything. So all of that is straightened out. So those of you who are not vaccinated, please get vaccinated. Those of you who are fully vaccinated, get your booster shots, and let's see how we can work. We don't this new Omicron is right now it's unpredictable. We don't know how it's going to go. Science is working on trying to find out whether the vaccinations that we're taking, and you get Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson and Johnson, and we're going to see how this works out. And they're working right now. Maybe we don't know. You may have to get another booster. I don't know. Maybe they're working on something now even more potent than what we're using now. We have to find out. But in the meantime, protect yourself. Get vaccinated. And if you're not going to get vaccinated, at least, you know, have the courtesy of staying clear, 6 feet distance. Continue to wear your mask. They're saying now if you go indoors, you should wear your mask. All right. I go this morning. I went to urban space. Remember that place, Urban Space? We used to do a live broadcast from there. We used to do the coffee hour from there. Well, I go there and get my coffee. Now, there, when you go inside, there's a section where they have people where you can sit tables and chairs. And you go in that section, you would have to produce your proof of vaccination. And I don't have a problem with that. And so that's what they do. So if you're in an area, if you're in close quarters where you're not sure of the status of people, whether they're vaccinated or not, if you're not sure of it, wear your mask. That's what they're saying to do. Wear your mask now. People who weren't wearing their mask at even outdoors are starting to go back to that because people want to get protected. People want to make sure that they're protected. People want to make sure that they're all okay. And so we're looking to protect everyone. So there you go. I'm pretty sure you heard in the news, Stephen Sondheim, he was the central figure in the American musical theater. He died this week at the age of 91. So we want to send our blessings going out to Stephen Sondheim. He's a classic. He worked with everybody. He even worked on the West Side Story score, you know, the original West Side Story. And he did so much great music. He passed away again at the age of 91. So we were sorry to hear about that. So many things are happening. So many things going on. It's 19 minutes past the hour right now. We're waiting for the arrival of Brian Camp. He's a little late there. There must be a reason why he is, because he's usually here like a quarter after. But we'll vamp until he comes along, and we'll see. So anyway, late. I see more people come in, and if you have anything to say, please, we would love to hear you. I want to say hello to Mickey Jones out there. Mickey Jones is watching. And yes, Mickey, I am being very careful. I'm urging everyone to be careful too. Yes, I did mention that, Mickey. Omicron hit New York. It hit New York, so we're here. We're in the midst of it. And so, please, ladies and gentlemen, now Mickey is an advocate of this. He's an advocate of protecting himself, protecting his family. He's an advocate of that. So I don't have to say too much to him about that. So right now, let's go to the telephone. Brian Camp with the latest developments in today's world of sports. Brian, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday weekend.
Yeah, I was in Georgia. Hello, Mickey. How you doing? Hope all is well. I know you was on this side of town of Charlotte. Hope the family's well, especially mom. And I'm glad everybody had a wonderful time and wonderful Thanksgiving. Georgia was nice, but it's nothing like North Carolina. I'll be honest with you. But, you know, it was great. It was great to be around family and friends and just had a ball and everything. So good evening to everybody out there on Facebook land and Instagram and YouTube and wherever else that you tuning in throughout this here country and throughout the world. Good evening. It is 58 degrees out here in Charlotte. It was a nice day today. It was like in the 70s. It's going to be nice a couple more days in December. I know living back in Brooklyn, it wasn't like this in December, boy, but, you know, glad I'm down here. New York will always be my home. New York will always be my home.
We had 60 degrees in Brooklyn in New York today. It was near 60 degrees today. So
that's seasonal weather then. That's Indian. They call it Indian weather, right?
Yeah, they used to call it Indian summer.
Indian summer, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they used to call it. I don't know what they call it these days.
But it was nice. I'm glad we all had good weather and everything. But yeah, back from Thanksgiving, back here, and just want to give you some sports. And the NFL Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who is co-host of the Fox NFL Today and host of Good Morning America, and the host of many other game shows that he has, is going into space.
Yes,
outer space. He's going on in December 9th. He's going to be joining Laura Shepard, Churchley, and the eldest daughter of the late astronaut Allan Shepard.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So he's going to be floating in space in the new Shepard.
Yeah.
That's a spacecraft named after her late father. So yes, that should be interesting. Michael Strahan was one of the hardest working people in the business today. He has multiple hats that he wears, and he just goes everywhere. And congratulations to him. Hope he have a safe trip out of space and come back to Earth.
What's the other good news about Michael Strahan? I know you heard about it.
What moved him to do it?
No, what's the other good news about Michael Strahan?
Oh, Michael Strahan. Oh, he had his number retired.
There you go.
A couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
At the Meadowlands, where he played his football career for the New York Football Giants, or the New Jersey Giants, if we want to call them. And he has his number retired, and he's he's just everywhere. I don't know how he gets his sleep. I know he does the live broadcast out in California on Sundays.
Yeah.
And then how he gets off around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and makes it back 3,000 miles back to New York City in the studios of Good Morning America just to do that live show. I think he still has that show that comes on midday too.
I haven't seen that show in a long time.
You haven't seen that, so they probably canceled him.
Yeah,
but,
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. Well, he's the hardest working man in this industry right now.
Yeah.
He has like I said, a lot of shows that he's doing, and he's just incredible.
Not many sports figures come out that way. Not many of them.
Yeah. what's his name? Steve Harvey was also some one too that was doing Family Feud and had his own TV show, which I don't think he does have anymore. And he does the Steve Harvey morning radio show.
Yeah,
that's nationwide.
Yeah.
So he's another one.
Yeah, he still has Family Feud. He still has it.
He still has it. Okay, yeah. Well, great. But yeah, so that was in the NFL. Congratulations to him. In Major League Baseball, well, December 1st expiration has come and is gone of the collective bargaining agreement, and now we have another lockout. This is the first lockout since 1990. So we still have time to get things on the table. The Major League Players Association and Major League Baseball, they are not on one accord. This happens all the time whenever their contract comes up. They want some things added to players, and the owners want some things taken away. So, do it now. Get it out. Just get it off your chest. Here we are in December, but when spring training comes, let's get everything sorted up so we can start having baseball. So we're hoping. In the NBA, LeBron James is coming back on Friday. He's been in the safety protocol. He allegedly was supposed to have been tested for COVID-19, but had 2 consecutive tests, and it came back negative. It was a false reading. So he's cleared to play tomorrow night against the Clippers in LA. The Clippers and the Lakers, they share the same arena. So he'll be back in full uniform and full gear tomorrow night coming up. So congratulations to him. This day in sports, December 2nd, 1916, National Baseball Commission's orders that injured players get fully paid for the duration of their contracts. Now, the injury clause has previously let clubs suspend players after 15 days pay. So now, as you know, today, you get hurt, injured, you still get paid. Unless if your contract is guaranteed. Unless if you have a guaranteed contract. But if you sign a contract and if you get paid, you get hurt, injured, you still get paid. That's like a sick day. Out there at work, if you get sick, you of course got to have a union, of course, and under contract, you get sick, you still get paid. Leave, especially with women who have children who's on paternity leave, they still get paid up until a certain point where they have to come back. One day they're going to change all of that. One day for women to either have better benefits than that. 1941, the New York Giants, baseball giant, named Emil Ott as a player manager, replaces another future Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, Bill Terry, who heads the Giants farm system. 1951, the Philadelphia Eagles set an NFL record of 25 first downs, rushing in a 35-21 win over the Washington Redskins. 1963, Major League Baseball Rules Committee, again, bans oversized catcher's mitts. Rule affected only in 1965, so it only affected them in 1965. 1985, Chicago Bears head coach Mike Dicker and defensive coordinator Buddy Ryan almost came to blows at halftime in a 34-24 loss to the Miami Dolphins. Believe it or not, that was their only loss of the year when they went on to win the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. 1991, Bobby Bonilla, former Pittsburgh Pirate, becomes the highest paid player for a record at that time, $29 million over 5 years deal with the Mets. And let me add something to that. To this very day, they made something where they made some kind of agreement. He still gets paid $1 million from that point on. After his contract has supposedly been expired, there was some kind of agreement where he still gets paid until the year 2035. That's amazing. So Bobby Bonilla is the highest paid. He's still getting paid, and he hasn't played in a long time. It's been like almost 10 to 15 years he hasn't played, but he's still getting paid by the Mets. $1 million up until 2035, I believe. Yeah, and that is sports.
Oh boy! And as we move along, by the way, your Dallas Cowboys on the air.
I'm watching it right now.
You're watching it right now.
The game just started.
The New Orleans Saints, yeah.
Yeah, the New Orleans Saints.
And for your sake, I hope they win.
Oh yeah, because we will hear an earthquake over here in Charlotte. If they lose, they can't. It's bad enough they lost on Thanksgiving Day. You don't lose. See, my Thanksgiving is based on three things: March of the Wooden Soldiers, Dallas Cowboys, and King Kong movies. And I was able to watch the March of the Wooden Soldiers in another state, and watch. I didn't see no King Kong movies. That sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And I was able to watch my Cowboys lose, unfortunately, in overtime. But the food was still good.
Yeah. Did you ever watch King Kong in color?
No, the original one in 19.
Yeah, the original one in black and white, but they have a color. They have a color version, and I happen to have a copy of it.
Oh wow! Well, you know what? I would rather watch it in black and white. I like black and white.
So do I. So do I. So do I. Last night I was up late. I was channel surfing because when I channel surf, that's the only way I could find something that I really enjoy because I don't pay too much attention to the guide, because there's just too many channels. And I stopped at there was a picture called Casablanca that was
Humphrey
on.
Bogart.
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart. It was on, and I didn't get to see the whole thing. Of course, I mean I know the movie. I've seen the whole thing like 100 times, but I was like relaxed and I just turned it on and I just watched what was left of it. It was a great. Round up the usual suspects. Yeah, that was great. And by the way, Humphrey Bogart never said "play it again, Sam." He never said that.
No, he didn't. And neither did Jimmy Cagney ever say "you dirty rat."
No, he never said that. And Bing Crosby never went boom until later on in his career. But there you go.
Wow,
that's another story. Okay, Brian. Thanks a lot. I guess we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bright and early.
Yes.
On the coffee.
Oh, one more thing. I heard good reviews about the new West Side Story movie, so I'm going to be there. I'm going over there opening night.
Okay.
Somewhere out here in Charlotte to see West Side Story. As you know, West Side Story is my favorite movie of all time. So.
Okay. I shouldn't say this because I'm going too ahead of myself. Because whenever I do the Turner Classic Movies, I give all my picks. On that day, it's opening day for West Side Story, December 10th. That's on a Friday. That's when it opens.
Yes.
And that same night, the original West Side Story will be on Turner Classic Movies. But I'm not going to tell you. That's incredible. Wow. I'm not going to tell you what time. I'm not going to tell you what time because I'm going to save that for when I announce it. But right. I think it all came up in time because. You got the new West Side Story coming up, and you have the original one from 1961 coming up on Turner Classic Movie, and that's a great right there. That's a great commemoration for Stephen Sondheim. Because because
the music was incredible.
Yeah.
I just love everything about West Side Story. It's a classic. I read where that this new one will never be like legendary like the original one, but it was right up there. It was a very good movie.
Yeah. Well, listen, I may break down and go see it, but I'm not really into remakes. I mean, once you do the originals, that's it. There's no more to say. So,
yeah.
But I may just loosen up and see it myself. Just to see, just to make the comparisons,
All right, then.
All right. So we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. See you later. Take care.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brian Camp. It's great to talk to him. When we sometimes we stay on longer than we're supposed to, but that's okay because this is my show. No, that's okay. He brought you the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update, and he will be with us tomorrow on the coffee hour as well. And we thank you so much. So this is our first day back in 2 weeks because we were off last week because of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called Talk Back Live. My name is Frank Allan, and I will be with you till the top of the hour. We have 25 more minutes to go in the program. And if you have anything to say, you want to talk about anything at all, please. I will acknowledge you. I'll see you right there on the big screen. And I see more people are coming in, even idle people out there. So I just want to say hi to you guys and thank you so much for being along with us. We will take care of all of that for you, all of the business of later on. I'll tell you about more about the picks I have for you for Turner Classic, and that's all coming up right here on Talkback Live. So you stay right there where you are. In the meantime, I want to say hello to all of you guys again on Facebook, all of you guys on YouTube, and all of you guys on Instagram. Thank you so much for being along with us. Here we go. Here we go. On this day in history, in 1933, Fred Astaire's first film, Dancing Lady, was released. On this day in history, in 1939, British Imperial Airways and British Airways merged to form BOAC. I remember that. Also on this day in history, in the same year, 1939, New York's LaGuardia Airport began operation as an airliner from Chicagoland's 1 minute after midnight. On this day in history, 1941, Japanese Marshal Admiral Yamamoto sends his fleet to Pearl Harbor. On this day in history, 1952, the first human birth was televised on public TV, or televised in public, as I should say, on KOA TV in Denver, Colorado. Back in 1955, The Rose Tattoo, starring Anna Magnani and Burt Lancaster, that premiered in the Astor Hotel in New York City. That was a great movie, too. I love it. Back in 1957, Sam Cooke's single, You Send Me, reached #1. Back in 1958, KNOP-TV, Channel 2 in North Platte, Nebraska, NBC station began their broadcasting. On this day in history, in 1968, U.S. President Richard Nixon wants to make this perfectly clear that he names Henry Kissinger security advisor. On this day in history, in 1969, Boeing 747 jet, the jumbo jet, first public view at Seattle to New York, went from Seattle to New York. Back in 1978, Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand, they did their song You Don't Bring Me Flowers, made it a big hit, was the #1 hit that year. In 1979, crowds attacked U.S. Embassy in Tripoli, Libya. Back in 1987, Chicago City Council elects Eugene Sawyer acting mayor. The year 2003, U.S. Reality show, The Simple Life, with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, that's Lionel's daughter, premiered on Fox TV. Back in 1931, jazz pianist Wynton Kelly was born on that day in Brooklyn, New York. He passed away in 1971 at the age of 90 years old. In 1944, actress Kathy Lee Crosby was born. On this day in history, she was born 1944 and born in Los Angeles, California. She's 77 years old today. Happy birthday. 1954, news host and NBC Dateline Stone Phillips was born on this day in Texas City, Texas. You know something, when I was doing a radio disc jockey show, I gave the ID, instead of saying WXYZ in Texas City, Texas, I said it the other way around. Go figure. Anyway, Stone Phillips is 67 today. On this day in history, 1968, actress Lucy Liu was born in Jackson Heights, Queens. One of our own local people here in New York. She's 53 today. Happy birthday to you. Britney Spears celebrates a birthday today. She was born in 1981. And her birthplace was Macomb, Mississippi. She's 39 years old today. Happy birthday, Britney Spears. Also, congratulations to your newfound freedom. In 1886, 26th U.S. President, 1886, the 26th U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt weds second wife Edith Kermit Carroll in London. In 1926, film director and producer Alfred Hitchcock weds his wife Alma Reville at a place in London. The year 2000, Mexican singer Thea, that's just the only name, Thea, the Mexican singer Thea, weds the co-owner of Casablanca Records, Tommy Mottola. I wonder what happened to Tommy Mottola. I haven't heard from him in a long time. In 1982, comedian Marty Feldman dies at the age of 49. Desi Arnaz passed away this day in history, December 2nd, 1986, at the age of 69. Cause of death was lung cancer. He was born March 2nd, 1917, in Santiago de Cuba, Cuba. Santiago de Cuba, Cuba. Okay, music composer Aaron Copland died on this day. In 1990, at the age of 90, from Alzheimer's disease and respiratory failure. He was born November 14th, 1900, in Brooklyn, New York. In 1990, actor Robert Cummings dies of kidney failure at the age of 80. In 1995, actress Roxy Roker played on The Jeffersons. She played as Helen Willis. She dies of breast cancer at the age of 66. Roxy Roker was also the mother of Lenny Kravitz. I guess you already know that, though. 2008, folk singer Odetta, and she's also an actress. She dies from a heart attack in 1977, and that's this day in history. Now, if you know anything that's happening in this day in history that I didn't announce that you may know about, even by heart, let me know. And I will absolutely put it out there for you. I love when you guys chime in and do things like that to help me out like that with the show. And we thank you so much for that, for this day in history. So there you go. It's 17 minutes to the hour right here. The name of the show is called Talk Back Live. My name is Frank Allen. And just in case you're just joining us for the very first time, don't make it your last time. As a matter of fact, be part of us. And those of you who join us on a regular basis, you already know what to do. You know, tag your friends. Tag this particular show. You can do it right now. Tag this show to your friends so they can join in. They have a few more minutes to go, but, you know, tag them anyway because they may like it and come back, you know. And those of you who are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, all right? Because when you do that, you'll never miss a show because every time we go on live or we post a video, you will be notified. And then all you have to do is, we're right there. And those of you who are watching us on Instagram, all you have to do is follow us. Simple as that. And you'll be reminded too every time we go on the air. So that's the way it is. And thank you so much, guys, for being along with us for this Thursday. And as you know, we're back after 2 weeks of celebration. As I told you before, the Christmas holiday is coming in. And those of you who are looking for bargains, I think this is a good time to start doing your shopping now. If you're doing any Christmas shopping, do it now because after Christmas, things are going to go up. Well, you go when you go down, but up in the air. Everything from gasoline to biscuits, everything is going to go up. So make sure that you get your shopping done and have a very merry, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We will cross that bridge when we get there. And so that's about it for that. We've got so much to talk about. You know, I tell you, we're waiting around because you probably heard by now that if these guys in Washington, D.C. don't come up with some kind of compromise, the Republicans and the Democrats, well, you know, they're always butting heads. They're always going at it. I don't know why. You know, can't we all get along? Where is Rodney King when we really need him? Can't we all get along? You know, anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that it may be a possible government shutdown. Yeah, you haven't heard about that, right? Well, the reason why they're doing that is because the Republicans do not want to sign the bill that President Biden mandates these vaccination or these vaccination. They want it mandated in certain places, like in airports and things like that. And so the guys on the other side, the Republicans, and so far there are four of them that want to throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing. They don't want that. And I couldn't imagine. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm not on the side of the Republicans. I'm not on the side of the Democrats. I'm only on side for things that really matter. And I think what really matters at this point is that all of us be on one page about staying healthy and staying safe, taking care of our children, our family, our friends, taking care of me, taking care of you. That's all I care about. Now, if you guys want to go fight like babies, go on and fight. Do it on your own time. Don't do it on the American people time, because that's not what we're all about. And if you claim that you're a true American, then damn it, act like it. That's all I have to say about that. So please get ready. The deadline is at 12 midnight tomorrow night. 12 midnight. And so far, they haven't come to any kind of agreement about anything. So if that doesn't happen, then the government may possibly be shut down after midnight. Let's keep our fingers crossed, all right? I want this to work because you know what happens when the government shuts down, right? You know what? I don't have to tell you what happens then, all right? And none of us want that. So please, guys, get it together. Republicans, Democrats, get it together, please. Okay. Now I hope that worked. It's 13 minutes to the hour right now. Coming up to 13 minutes to the hour. And of course, this is Talkback Live. Okay, now it's time for us to talk about those movies, right? I love those movies. Oh, those movies, those classic movies that we talk about all the time. Well, here we go. We've got them for you. I have, what do I have this week? How many picks do I have this week? I only have two this week, but it's okay. I have two this week. And here are the classic movies that you can enjoy on Turner Classic Movies. The first one I have right here is Meet Me in St. Louis, back in 1944 with Judy Garland and Margaret O'Brien. That's on Turner Classic Movies, and that comes on this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So set your clocks. Make sure that you are on one accord as far as the clocks are concerned, the time is concerned. We're Eastern here. So since we say Eastern, you have to go by your time. You may be a little earlier. You may be a little 2 hours earlier than that, 2 hours late, whatever. Just keep that in mind. So Meet Me in St. Louis. It's a nice musical. I love it. It's a great one, and I think you'll enjoy that. Next one we have after that, here's another one that I like too, and I have this in my library. A music, it's called It Happened on Fifth Avenue back in 1947 with Victor Moore. Great comedy. That's on Turner Classic Movies, and that also comes on Saturday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern, and that's on, again, Turner Classic Movies. So please, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be entertained, and you can go to Turner Classic Movies yourself. You can go through the banner and look at the schedule and see, because there may be more that you like. I only picked these two. These are my picks of the week, but there are probably more that you may like. That are there that you may like. Just go there. Now, if you're a subscriber to cable, okay, a lot of people are, you can go on Movie on Demand, and you'll see a chock full of movies, of all kinds of movies of all different years, in the 1940s, the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and some that were just released on video already. All right, and they're all there. There are a lot of movies from A to Z. Just go down the line, and you might see something that you want to see or you haven't seen in a long time, and you want to make that part of your weekend. If you're not doing anything special on the weekend, you're recuperating from last weekend, right? Or this week, I should say, or last week, right? You're still recuperating from that. Sit home, and particularly if it's a Sunday, right? And you have to go to work the following day, and you want to make sure you're loose, and you want to make sure you relax. Do it with movies. Catch up on the movies that you may like. And that's all there, and you can find all of that on Movie on Demand. Also, when on demand, you'll find that you can go to all of the networks that are there. If you're a sports person and you missed an event, um, they usually post those events the day after the original event, and you can watch them in full. And of course, there are other places, let's say Turner Classic is there, all of that is there. Uh, uh, any network that you can name, it's all right there. And movies, TV shows, you name it, it's there. So you won't be starving for any entertainment when you do that. All right. So again, let me repeat those movies once again. This is a great classic movie from 1944. Judy Garland, Meet Me in St. Louis, or St. Louis, however you want to pronounce it. But in this case, it's St. Louis. Meet Me in St. Louis, Judy Garland and Margaret O'Brien. And that's Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Turner Classic Movie. Also, It Happened on Fifth Avenue with Victor Moore, also on Saturday at 5:45 p.m. Again, also on Turner Classic Movies. So there you have it, all of that. It's 9 minutes to the hour. We're coming up to 9 minutes to the hour right now. Time goes fast when you're having a lot of fun, isn't it? Goes fast when you're having a lot of fun. Okay, so many things happen over the time that we weren't here, and I just want to make note of also send out prayers for the families of those 4 children who were victims of when they come out of Michigan. Yeah, they came out of Michigan, the Michigan school shooting. And you probably heard about that by now. And it's something else. It's something else. I just can't believe it. It's just too much. Shooting after shooting. Everything is gun related. And these 4, I'll name the 4 for you, is Hannah St. Juliana. Hannah St. Juliana, she's 14 years old. She was 14 years old. There was Tate Meyer. I would pronounce that Meyer or Mayer, 16 years old. Justin Schilling, 17 years old. And Madison Baldwin, 17 years old. So I just want to send out my condolences to all of their families and their kids, the young kids. And what parent? There's not a parent that I know of, not one, would want to see their they don't want to see their children go before them. Parents always say, I want to go before you. I'm not going to bury you. You're going to bury me. That's what parents do. And that's what parents say. So I can't imagine, but yeah, I just want to whisper out a little prayer for these people. And I urge you to do so too. They're 4 kids, but if you've seen the videotape, they showed it many times on TV. The videotape is right there. And they showed it. And these kids were smart. I don't know if they were trained into this, but the person that came in, they used themselves as from the sheriff department. They knocked on the door. He says, "All right, boys and girls, come out. I'm from the sheriff department." And you could hear the kids say, "Well, we're not comfortable coming out just yet," right? And they didn't want to come out yet. Another flag, a red flag, went up when he said the word, and this is supposed to be the sheriff. When he said the word "bro," that set up another red flag, and that's when the kids say, he said "bro." You could actually hear the kids when they said it. He said "bro." Let's get out of it. And they all got out of the back way. So I'm glad for them. I'm glad for those surviving kids. But I'm feeling bad for the parents of the kids who passed away during this shooting. And they say that the parents had showed up 3 hours to the school before the event happened. I don't know. They didn't say whether or not if the parents were involved in this. How did this kid get the gun? It's just like guns for sale. Come buy one. They're just like candy. Here you go. You want one? As a matter of fact, don't buy one. We'll pass them out. We'll pass them out. Shoot them up. And I'm not saying that. I'm not fostering anything. I think it sucks. How guns could easily get into the hand of a kid, someone who's just entered puberty, and just get into the hands of these kids. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm just looking out, and I'm just praying for families of these kids. And it shouldn't be a point in time. I remember when we used to go to school as a kid. When I used to go to school as a kid, we went to school. Nowadays, the kids are coming through and they have to go through a metal detector. What kind of this is no way to live. No way to live at all. But this is where we are. This is where we are. I want to say hello to Kevin Briscoe out there. Looking forward to your Christmas movie viewing list. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Because we're going to be broadcasting for the Christmas holiday. We're going to be we will be broadcasting New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. So yeah, I'm going to give you. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Kevin. There are a lot of great Christmas movies out now. And maybe I should mention them. Maybe I will mention some of them if they come up on Turner Classic Movies next week. I will list some. I didn't. A lot of people do like Christmas movies, but I like the classic ones. You watch the ones like Brian mentioned earlier, March of the Wooden Soldiers. That's a Christmas kind of a seasonal kind of movie. And Miracle on 34th Street. Now they have two versions of that. They have an update version, and they have the classic version, the original version. Now guess which one I am going to watch first? You got it, the original with Natalie Wood. So you have all of those. You have that, and you have the one called Scrooge, and all of those Christmas movies. A lot of people like. If you go to, I don't know if you guys like to watch Lifetime. If you have cable, you like to watch the Lifetime movies. I think they're showing back-to-back Christmas movies. I don't know if you're interested in it, but if you go to Lifetime every year at this time, they show strings and strings, marathons and marathons of Christmas movies. So if you like those Christmas movies, it'll be good. So Kevin goes, he's like me. Kevin, he's like me. He goes old school. He's old school. So you can understand, right? Today is the day where I flash you back. All right. He likes old school. Miracle on 34th Street. What's the other? Give me another one, Kevin. Another one that you may like. I already mentioned March of the Wooden Soldiers and all of those classic movies. They're all out there, But what's your favorite? What's your favorite movie, Kevin? Christmas movie, if you have one, if you have one. Anyway, you're just watching us. It's we're losing traction in the show, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to thank you guys for being with us here on Talkback Live. And as I said, we want you all to be very, very careful. Be very, very careful, because as you already know, and I mentioned it at the top of the show, we have this new variant on the way here. It's on here. It reached New York, as I already told you earlier. It already reached New York. It reached the United States. Now, once it reached the United States, you can bet it'll hit more cities. Now, when you wake up in the morning, even after this show, I wouldn't be surprised even after this show, it hit other places. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised. So please, continue to wear your mask. Keep the 6 feet distance. The Man Who Came to Dinner. You're right. Hey, as a matter of fact, that is coming on. That's coming on. I'll tell you more about that next week. The man. Hey, you know what? I have a copy of that in my archives, Kevin. The Man Who Came to Dinner. That's a good movie. I love that movie. It's a good movie, a great movie. So that's a good one. Yeah, you are old school. A lot of people never even heard of that movie. If they look at the title, it says The Man Who Came to Dinner, they probably would get it confused with Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. But no, this is a classic movie, The Man Who Came to Dinner. That's a good one. I can't remember what year that was, but I do have that in my archives. So yeah, Kevin, next week I am going to that's going to be playing, and I'll tell you when it'll come on. But you could know that before. All you have to do is go to Turner Classic Movies and look at the guide. It'll show you there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. I enjoyed each and every moment of this. I hope you have too. I will be back tomorrow on the Coffee Hour with Brian Camp with the latest developments of today's world of sports. DJ Pete will be here too with his entertainment news and reciting all of those birthdays of the people of notoriety. All of that's coming up. Other than that, I will be back here next week, once again, at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be here for a whole hour, Talk Back Live. I thank you guys for being along with us. I want you guys to have a great morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a pleasant night to each and every one of you. God bless you, and stay safe, stay healthy, and keep in mind to wear those masks. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.